What's up guys? Today we're going to be checking out A Quiet Place Part 2 on 4K. This isn't a video on how good or bad the movie is, I'll just be sharing some of my thoughts on the video and the audio quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot in 3.4K and 35mm. It's got a 4K DI, it's rated PG-13, runtime is 97 minutes, and the aspect ratio is 239:1, which means you'll get black letterbox bars. Let's just kick this off with what I thought was the best part of the first movie, the Dolby Atmos mix. This movie follows in the same footsteps with its use of subtle ambiance and loud, abrupt sound effects. Looking at the Atmos viewer, let's take a look at the start of the movie. It starts off with some light ambiance with people talking in the background till the monster comes running into the shot. Most of the effects remain in the lower channels with no yellow objects moving around. The whole sequence is mostly static until the monsters make an appearance on screen, then you'll see them move around the different channels. In this part, you'll hear the alien in the top front speakers move down into the center channel with these pops and clicks echoing in the surround speakers. It's a mixture of ambiance and creepy alien sound effects, which you can see move around through the different parts of the room. That, along with the music, makes for a tense portion of the movie. Just like the audio, the video quality follows the same visuals as the first one. This might be a bad thing for the grain haters, because there is a layer of grain throughout. Sometimes it's heavy and sometimes it's pretty light. Keep in mind, this is a digital stream, so the grain structure could be a little heavier on the 4K Blu-ray since the disc will have a higher bitrate. It's still got that filmic quality to it, and it's got solid detail overall. Obviously, it's not 4K crisp, but you'll still see very detailed close-up shots with nice nuance, and other times there will be scenes where things are a lot softer and grainier. Shots that take place outside, you may notice that the grass and foliage aren't exactly well defined, but again, it does have that organic filmic appearance. I thought the CG aliens were rendered okay in the first movie, and they look exactly the same here. They never totally felt real visually, and I think they were clearly digital looking a lot of the times in this one. So I mean, it was kind of hit and miss for me. I thought the HDR was pleasant enough and not overdone with a reserved, warm, earthy color palette. There's no bright, vivid colors or anything that's going to blow your mind, but there are some nice highlights from lights and the occasional explosion. What I really liked about the first movie was how big and spacious the soundstage was. It was full of natural outdoor ambiance that made your speakers disappear, and you'll get that sensation during the quieter parts of the movie, which so happens to be a lot of the movie. As you can see in the object viewer, there's insects and environmental sounds that float around through your various speakers. I do think you'll get an even cleaner, more detailed soundstage on the physical disc, but for a digital stream, I think you're going to be impressed. For bass response, I didn't think it was anything demo-worthy, but it did have some hefty impact when things were blowing up or when the music needed some low-end reinforcement. Black levels look perfectly fine with a bit of compression in some very dark scenes, which is to be expected, but they did give the image a contrasty look. And as far as dialogue, I didn't have any issues hearing anyone speaking through the center channel. So for audio and for it being a digital stream, I'm going to have to give it a 9.7. This is a stellar sounding Atmos mix that's both aggressive and subtle. High channels get a lot of usage, and your subs will get a healthy workout as well. If you like the way the first movie sounded, then you're probably going to like this one too. For video, I enjoyed the outdoor, gritty, grainy look of the first movie, and I enjoyed this one equally as much. If you do hate grain, then you're probably not going to like this. There's still plenty of detail, and the HDR made for a nicely saturated image. So I'm going to have to go with a 9. I'm sure when the 4K Blu-ray comes out, we'll get a much more stable image with better refinement. But for a digital stream, it's solid for both video and audio, and I think it's well worth a purchase if you've got a digital library. Well, those are my thoughts on A Quiet Place Part 2 in 4K. Have you guys seen it, and how do you think it stacks up to Part 1? Leave a comment down below and let us know. As always guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by our Patreon page. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video.